We've recently embarked on an opportunity to enhance our business value and really continue to propel our mission and our strategy of creating a digital credit union and offering products and services across all of our channels. We've done that in partnership with Coney and with the Boston Consulting Group, and really standing up an Agile team that can help us deliver digital services in a new way, but really, how do you actually put a whole organizational design model in place, right? A change management, think about organizational structure, think about the metrics that are in place. And so for the last 8 weeks, we've been working on standing up that digital services team and then producing an output for our members, a new feature, a FICO model that's going to be released here in the next few weeks.
I've learned as a leader, one of the #1 reasons why people don't do something is they don't know. And when you're talking about digital mastery, there's a lot that you might not know. So partnering with somebody who does know, who's working across many different industries, maybe have already done something with a customer experience that we've not yet done in retail banking, is real important.
Working with the Coney team has been truly amazing. They bring just a wealth of knowledge and talent to the table that has helped us to elevate and really just surpass multiple weeks or months in previous state of where we need to be within a knowledge stance, and also to stand up those technologies to continue forward on those next steps and what the next streams are.
One of the hallmarks of great partnerships is a foundation of trust and the sharing of mutual objectives. And the partnership between Coney and Partners Federal Credit Union is really focused on the mutual objective of creating a great member experience. And that's what makes this so successful, is that we both have the same objective in mind.
I'm really proud of our team and what they've accomplished in a short period of time, more than what I thought was possible. In 2 months, they've really transformed how we think about getting the mission done and differentiating between waterfall and agile and department projects. This all came from them. And this comes from our core values. One of them is to embrace and drive change. And I can't tell you how important that is to us going forward.
And so one of the things that's very unique about the partners' journey is that they're using technology and they're using these processes to accelerate how fast they can deliver new features that their members are demanding, and really putting their member back at the core of what's important to their business.
Agile is improving our ability to accelerate the transformation of the credit union. In principle, one of the big drivers behind that is that we're giving the autonomy and the power to a group of people, a cross-functional team of experts, to make decisions and advance the work. Now, what they're given is guideposts, saying these are the strategic outcomes that we're striving for. But I'm really learning that letting people have that autonomy with high accountability really works. And we're seeing, good results with that.
In this Agile transformation, I'm currently the Scrum Master for the team, acting as a servant leader, really helping them to move forward and adopt and adapt Agile at Partners.
One of the really exciting things about working on this project, and I've never worked on an Agile project before, was the ability to actually work with other people within the organization, and not just people within IT, but within other business units. So we've kind of broken down those barriers. We're sitting next to each other, we're talking to each other. Things are happening in a more productive, very fast-paced way. I think that's sort of been very beneficial.
As a payments and product manager within Partners, I have the opportunity to work across multiple different business units, very cross-functionally. So as an individual contributor, it's really partnering with those other groups. It could be the operations team, it may be the lending team, the marketing team, just to name a few. But what it allows me to do is to really immerse myself within each individual unit and to help bring it back holistically from an organizational view. And that really transcends into what that roadmap looks like and how we can bring it into the Agile space.
In an Agile methodology, you're looking at shorter time frames. So in Waterfall, you have this idea of perfect, and it stretches out a really long time frame and a lot of effort, because you're going to be devoted to this for a very long time. You want it to come out exactly like you want. So you want 2 years under, and then when you resurface, you'll have this great product that is everything your company ever wanted. Well, in Agile, when you're looking at iterative deployments, where you're going to put out something that's not the perfect, but complete, you can say, okay, here's the first draft of this, and then iterations can continue in that direction. Or the really powerful part of Agile is once you reach that first goal, you can decide based on all the goals left on the table, do you want to take an iteration in a different direction, or do you want to keep going toward perfect?
From the first couple of sprints, because we've done 3, the first 2 are really, there's a whole lot of setup there. And one of the big takeaways from the first 2 was this automated testing, right? We can go run a test And something that used to take a couple of days just takes a couple of hours now, and we can run it on real devices. The third sprint is really where the rubber started to hit the road, and we actually had at our showcase at the third sprint, we actually showed here's what the FICO score is going to look like on a phone. And I think it really clicked with a lot of people that, hey, they've done a lot, and there's a lot there, and we're going to be able to roll this out in a much faster way.
We're 6 weeks in, and we have stood up tech enablers. We have new tools and methodologies in place. We've got 2 production bug fixes that have been put in place now for our members, and we're almost there with our FICO build, which was there as a first goal. So for my seat, right, the team has surpassed those expectations. They've done so much in the short time that we've got under our belt so far. It's been really phenomenal to watch and fun to watch, right? You can sense the energy and the excitement from the team, knowing that, hey, we've got processes and tools and technology that's really helping us now.
I think one of the things that we learned that was very interesting on this journey is the concept of establishing technical debt. The idea that there's some preparation that organizations must do in terms of technology and standing up processes and structures to support the people who are enabling and delivering these digital solutions is fairly unique and important to the process. And that's one of the things that we learned along the way.
Well, the lessons learned are get started. That still holds true. Because when you fail forward in trying new things, as you inevitably will, they're all clues to what you need to do next, right? So the mantra is we've been saying to ourselves, go ahead and fail forward, just never give up, right? This is a real important kind of approach to the Agile methodology. And so I think we've embraced that and we've learned that.
One of the challenges was to do this correctly and to put the amount of effort and time into it, we needed to have all of our schedules cleared. So a number of us were, in a previous model, working on multiple projects. This wiped that out. So they cleared my desk, but that meant that other people had to pick up that slack. So that was a challenge for our team and another team to just kind of cut and quit what you were doing to focus 100% on Agile, which is a great boon. But it had an effect.
From the lessons learned, I think even beyond these first few sprints that we've had, just understanding that the way that we have this digital service team created can really be leveraged more broadly across the organization. So at this point, we're actually looking to stand up more teams because it makes sense for us to do so. We're looking at the digital transformation, but we realize a lot of the back-end processes and systems, and even on our infrastructure side, we need to get faster and more efficient there too, to be able to deliver what we're trying to do for that customer interaction, for that platform experience. We really have to expand this to other areas. So I would say the biggest lesson learned is that we can take this model that we've created here for digital services and expand it across the organization for other business areas where it's really going to be a very useful tool in those places as well.
We knew in starting this journey that we needed to be able to be more responsive than every 6 months. Some things that made us successful, again, beyond the culture, it's the people we have in the room. So there's a real can-do attitude. There's this feeling of, right, I'm on the forefront of this. I'm going to help do something really cool that we've not done before. And really, I think it also stems, quite honestly, from our executive leadership. I've seen a lot of these models not work. And part of the reasons I think they are is because we've got a CEO who really supports this method.
It's been very unique in the sense where we think of it as a partnership or a relationship with the vendor, but it goes so much more than that. We're all just part of the one team looking towards that ultimate goal, which is to answer to the member and to be able to provide to the member that product or service for enhancement.
In the next phase, what's going to be real important is to make sure you give time for the team to do the work. We have a great playbook about how to go from one Agile team to 4 Agile teams, but give the team the time, the space, the resources to do that work. You could almost get over your skis and want to push and go even faster, right? And that's a good inclination to have, but it needs to be balanced with the right amount of tension to say, do the work from the playbook, that's next. So we've got an aggressive agenda between now and July.
We've actually begun to put empowerment in hands of the team who's actually making it happen. So that's been a really cool phenomenon to watch over these last 8 weeks. And so those are some of the reasons why I think this has really been, for me, more successful than I even imagined.
Boy, what's next, right? We finished this 2-month period, and now they're wanting to know how fast do we really want to go? And the question is back to them, right? How far and how fast do you think we can go And they've really put together an aggressive plan. So this is quite an endeavor. This means that we're going to be hiring more people. This means we're going to be looking to other third parties to help augment what we can't do ourselves or don't have the bandwidth to do. And so I really like that they've taken up about how fast this digital transformation can go. They're owning it. This is key.